Hi, there's a photographer I really love named Chris Burkert. He decided to one day just drop everything. He decided not to go to college and decided he wanted to be a surf photographer. And so he did what he loves and traveled the world taking photos. And now he's really made a name for himself. And these are his photos. And his experience reminds me of the transcendentalist Henry David Thoreau, who in 1854 decided to live alone for 2 years in Walden, which is a park in Connecticut. And he ditched his whole life and decided he wanted to see what's really important in life. So he decided to connect with the nature around him, and he wrote about his reasons for leaving in his book, Walden. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when it came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear, nor did I wish to practice resignation until it was quite necessary. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to put to root all that was not life, to cut a broad swath and shave close, to drive life into a corner and reduce it to its lowest terms, and, if it proved to be mean, why then to get the whole and genuine meanness of it, and be able to give a true account of it in my next excursion. For most men, it appears to me, are in a strange uncertainty about it, whether it is the devil or of God, and have somewhat hastily concluded that it is the chief end of man here to glorify God and enjoy him forever. Still we live meanly like ants, though the fable tells us that we were long ago changed into men. Like pygmies we fight with cranes. It is error upon error, and clout upon clout, and our best virtue has for its occasion a superfluous and inevitable wretchedness. Our life is frittered away by detail. The nation itself, with all its so-called internal improvements, which by the way are all external and superficial, is just an unwieldy and overgrown establishment, cluttered with furniture and tripped up by its own traps, ruined by luxury and heedless expense, by want of calculation and a worthy aim, as the millionth households in the land. And the only cure for it, as for them, is a rigid economy, as stern and more Spartan simplicity of life and elevation of purpose. It lives too fast. As we move into the future, I hope that we remember the amazing world that we live in and our place in it. We don't have to move away in solitude to treasure our connection with each other, but I hope that we take Thoreau's words to heart. Simplicity, simplicity.